The President shall call to order any member who disrupts the smooth conduct of the proceedings or whose conduct fails to comply with the relevant provisions of Rule 9. So I will ask you, colleague, to apologize to the Chamber.
The views expressed by Herr Schultz meet the case. He is an undemocratic fascist.
Colleagues, we expected something quite different because we wouldn't like our discussion to be disturbed in such a way. Colleague, as you see, the Chamber is protesting very deeply against your behavior. So it is article number 152. I will read it in my mother tongue.
In the case of business being disrupted by a member, the member can be deprived of the floor and removed from the chamber. Should the disturbance continue, if a further offence is committed, the offender may be denied the right to speak and be excluded from the chamber. The Secretary-General shall without delay see to it that disciplinary measures are carried out with the assistance of the ushers and, if necessary, of Parliament's security service. As you know, most of the members in the chamber cannot accept your behaviour. I would therefore ask you to leave the chamber at this point.
Koleżanki I koledzy, as you know, you can discuss and you can express your opinion, but not to disturb each other, because we cannot keep order in our chamber.
Following an incident this morning in the chamber, Mr. Schultz wishes to make a personal statement. Mr. Schultz, you have the floor.
Thank you very much indeed, President. Thank you, President. During the debate on the European Council, an incident occurred. I don't want to elaborate on that incident because I was the target of an insult. Now, there are various levels on which I can't be insulted and which I don't feel as an insult, because you really have to actually have a certain degree of passion to your insult for it to actually affect me. But I would like to express my thanks for the innumerable signs of solidarity that I have received. I'd like to thank colleagues from all political groups. That is a sign of our shared democratic and European values, because the vast majority of members of this House share them, and thank you very much for that.
No. The incident referred to, thank you. The incident referred to was a protest by Mr. Bloom in which he made wartime allusions of Mr. Schultz. And the President said this was unacceptable and invited Mr. Bloom to apologise. Mr. Bloom did not apologise then, and I call on him now to do so. And if he does not do so, he must leave the chamber. Mr. Bloom.
Yet again, there is one rule for Herr Schultz and one rule for everybody else. This is a disgrace. I have been elected, re-elected, to vote in this chamber by the people of Yorkshire, your own constituency I might add, with a democratic mandate which you do not enjoy, Mr President, yourself, because you switched parties and they voted for the Conservatives. I have no intention of apologising. I have no intention of leaving this chamber. You must have me escorted out, sir.
First of all, Mr Bloom, I was expelled by the Conservative Party for making a stand on a point of principle closely related to the issues you raised this morning. Secondly, you have not apologised for language which is wholly inappropriate to the European Parliament, and I ask you to leave. Mr Bloom, no, I'm not taking, I'm sorry, I'm not taking any points of order on this. No. If I have a proposal to make. I can ask the security services to remove Mr Bloom, but I intend to put it to the vote. Is it the wish of the House that Mr Bloom should leave? Those in favour, please raise your hands. Thank you. Those who wish Mr Bloom to stay, please raise your hands. Those abstaining. Now, Mr Bloom. I will accept one statement from Mr Farage, the group leader of this group.
Mr President, the reason for the anger and the noise is because we are not actually applying the rules of this place evenly. Mr Schultz has repeatedly thrown insults, not just at me, but at many members of this House. He said that the Eurosceptics, the no voters, open the door to fascism. We have had Danny Cohn-Bendit calling us mentally ill. Can we, Mr President, if the rules are that something is deemed to be an insult, a member is asked to leave, that is fair enough. But the anger, and I share that anger, is these rules are not applied evenly. Mr Schultz regularly calls other people fascists, and when he is called one, the member in question is asked to leave. That is not right, that is not fair.